Well, hello, hello. I think we are live. Yes, we are.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
hello.
Hello,
So,
hello.
hello. Today we are going through day two of the rehearsal photos and blog. Exciting times. A week to go until we get to Basel. Of course, I'm not going to be alone while we're talking about day two. We've got Kimmy and we've
Hello.
got very special guest, Chris. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Nice. Thanks very much for having me on. It's a pleasure.
No worries. Thanks for coming on. So we're going to go through the second half of semi-final one. All the pictures were released this morning. We're going to go through a little bit of the blog post, what we can see, what's different, and are we excited about seeing it live? Do we think it kind of helps its chances to qualify, or does it hinder its chances to qualify? Before we go on with the pictures, Chris, I'm just interested. What do you think about this year's Eurovision? Do you think it's a particularly strong year? What are your overall feelings about this year?
I arrived quite late this year compared to normal, so I only really started paying attention at the start of March because work-wise, I ended up in Australia. So I was like, I should listen to the Australian song and see if I can find the Australian artist if they're in Australia and I'm here.
And you did.
And
You did.
And I did. So that's what kind of kickstarted me. So my first reaction was actually Norway this season, the first song I heard. And I think overall the quality is pretty good. At first I thought it wasn't as strong. I don't think it's as strong as last year in terms of the overall quality.
Yeah.
But in general, it's still pretty high quality songs. And it's growing on me more and more.
Yeah, no, I agree. I see so many people saying it's such a weak year. And then when you compare the songs from last year to this year, you kind of, if you were to like go, do I prefer Australia this year or last year? I say I prefer Australia this year, and see, same with Austria. And if you go down the line, this year's quite strong. I feel like it's not as weak as people are saying. But let's go on to our rehearsal photos. So first one up, actually, it fits. We've got Norway, Kyle Alessandro with the song Lighter. So before we go on to the photos, let's just kind of overview what do we think about the song? Kimmy, in less than a minute, what do you think?
Yes, I done the reaction for this song. I love this song. I think it's great fun, and I love the dance break at the end. I love how it has an ethnic feel to it. He is so sweet. He's a brilliant performer. I hope there's lots of pyro. I think it's a brilliant song, and it's definitely qualifying without a doubt.
Chris, what about you?
For me, this is in the middle of my pack of songs. I think it's a really solid entry. I think it was the best option Norway had. Kyle himself is such an amazing performer. He's just incredible and such a mature head on the youngest contestant of the year. So I think that we should be having high hopes for Norway.
Yeah, no, you make a good point. He is the youngest contestant of this year, so we do have to, let alone just praise him for that. But yeah, let's just read out the blog post that was posted by Heidi, who's in the arena, kind of doing the hard work throughout the week. So lots of elements of this staging have travelled directly from MJP, including the prop with the 2 stone pillars with the steps. But Kyle has a much bigger LED backdrop for a series of post-apocalyptic mountain graphics. Mountains definitely are a theme this year, and also a much bigger stage to work with. He takes full advantage of this with a very polished dance routine that uses both the walkway and the wide front section, which the crew call the frame stage. So let's have a little look at this photo here. It does look very much similar to the national final. This is kind of a recurring theme from yesterday. I mean, every single country that we covered from the first half of semi-final, it just didn't, there wasn't many changes. And the fact that they're only giving us 3 photos annoys me so much. I just want so much more. But yeah, this, I mean, it's kind of, the way they described it is exactly what I'm seeing. We've got this kind of, the same kind of fire. I don't know how to describe it. What are they things called when you kind of, what is that called? Like at the end, they had it
I
at the
wanted to
national
say
final.
cinders, but that's not right.
It is like a cinder. That is kind of like it, isn't it?
Flickers of flame.
Yeah, it's like the fire you can turn on and off on the stage. They have
That one.
and they have that MGP, and they're using these kind of what they're calling Lego lights. They're bringing them down. They had them last year as well. I mean, Kimmy, what do you think about these photos? Do you think any differently? Does it make you change your opinion, basically?
I mean, no, it can't change my opinion because I love this song anyway. I just think, if anything, it just elevates it even more. I really like this first one. I can see the red in the background, the mountains. That's really cool. And I can see there's quite a juxtaposition between kind of red and blues from what I can see. And he looks brilliant. So it's a great outfit that he's in. He's got the chainmail, the whole kind of Game of Thrones thing going on, and I think it's brilliant, and I think it'll look electric on stage. I think it's fantastic. Yeah,
it does look good. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't think they needed to change that much from MGP. I think this shot in particular on screen right now is going to be really key. That focus on Kyle with the LEDs is going to be really important. And also yesterday we've learned that Kyle was on strong painkillers because he had to get a tooth taken out. So he was in a lot of pain doing that rehearsal, but he powered through. And I personally don't mind the costuming. I've heard some criticisms about it from different corners, but for me personally, it's fine. I think he wants to send a message, and let him send his message.
Yeah, no, definitely. I have seen some people say that the outfit is a little bit naff, but I actually think it's all right. I mean, I heard that he was changing his outfit because of Parg, because he was going to have like similar armor. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to change.
No.
But so he said no, that he's not going to change it.
No, I lost the audio of the interview, so that's why I came up. But no, he basically said, I have more silverware, and I was like, what, for your kitchen table? What? And then then I couldn't figure out what the word for it was. So more silver armor stuff was what he said.
Kinda.
I think he was talking about the jewelry aspect on the top, the collar.
Okay.
And the arms down the side.
Yeah, no, I actually really like that outfit. I mean, I don't see what people are saying, to be honest with you. I don't agree. But yeah, I think this is sailing straight through as well. I don't think kind of Norway has to worry about qualifying, so I don't think we really need to. I have seen people say that it could be a shockdown qualifier. I don't agree with that at any point. Like, no way is this not qualifying. So I don't think we even need to touch on that because it will make me angry. Let's go on. Next one was Belgium, I'm pretty sure. Yep, so strobe lights. Let me just find them. There he is there. Red Sebastian, strobe lights. So this was the blog post that was posted. Red Sebastian won Eurosong with Belgium in a haze of pulsing red and black lighting. That's definitely made the journey to Basel, but now it takes in the full LED wall and the frame at the front of the stage. The precision choreography of the lighting and graphics is spectacular, and the final section of the Lego lights descend to add some intensity for the final section when the whole thing goes off and the arena dances like the whole world is watching. So it seems that they've got rid of the what's it called? The platform that he had at Eurosong, which I'm a little bit gutted about. I mean, obviously, I feel like it was going to change, but I felt like they should have maybe kept something from the national final. Obviously, they've kept the red theme. If Red Sebastian was going out to yellow, it wouldn't feel right with it. But yeah, I mean, these photos, they don't tell us much. That kind of looks like there's two Red Sebastians there. But it's not. I think that's a backing dancer or a backing singer. I mean, this isn't actually giving me much. Kimmy, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, what I can see, it looks really cool. I'm loving what he's wearing, and I'm loving that his hands are covered too. He's kind of completely covered in red, which I think is really cool. This second shot here, that looks like kind of like paint from what I can see in the background, which I think is going to be a really interesting kind of. I mean, it's very interesting. I can't remember much paint. The only thing I can remember was Spain a few years ago when he done the paint on the Yeah, I've forgotten his name. Was it Amir? I've forgotten. But yeah, but there was. I mean, I think that's very unique. The whole it looks like paint splatter in the back. I think that'll be really cool on stage. And no, it isn't giving us that much, but what I can see of it, I think it looks really interesting.
I mean, yeah, it says here, Red Sebastian stays grounded for the whole performance and now has 3 dancers rather than the previous 4. His costume is very similar to the red PVC suit with triangular shoulders he wore in the official video. So we're getting some costume changes from the music video onto the stage. Being floor-based also allows Red Sebastian to include some precision choreography, including a section where he interacts with his own reflection on the LED floor. So this is exactly what I wanted from Red Sebastian, because I felt like the live performance at the national final, he wasn't really connecting with the camera much. I think like everything was perfect, like near enough everything, but the only thing that was kind of lacking for me was the connection with the camera and the audience. So if he's and kind of add some things to maybe make that a little bit better into the performance, I'm really happy with that. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, actually, opposite to you, I'm really glad that the scaffolding coming down is gone from this.
Oh.
I think that it as you said, it put him above the rest of the crowd, and it was then very hard to see the interaction between the crowd and the rave with him. And I think these pictures are showing something that I think is going to be super interesting. I think we also have to remember with Belgium this year that the staging is the same delegation that staged Gustav and not Musti. So 2023, not 2024. This reflection picture here, which is like a body double almost, I love that. And I heard somewhere that they may be doing like a break dance or something. The reflection would be doing some kind of cool dance moves around Red Sebastian, because Red Sebastian himself, I don't think, is a dancer naturally. So having these 3 dancers interact in the performance from the start, or at least have the ability to do so, I think is a great move.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I feel like his movements in the national final were a little bit static, so I'm glad that the dancers are there to help him a little bit with that. But there was dancers in the national final as well, so we do have to bear that in mind.
Yeah,
but I do,
when he went down.
yeah. But I mean, Belgium nails it with the staging on and off. They get it right, and then they get it wrong. They get it right, and then they get it wrong. So let's hope that this year, after the wrong last
Broadcasters,
year,
that's why.
yeah, I know, yeah, literally, the Flemish and the what's the other one? The
Walloon.
Flanders. Yeah.
And the Flemish. This year it's the Flemish broadcaster.
That's the good one, isn't it?
It's the one that did Hooverphonic in 21. It did, it did Hooverphonic. It did
Rhythm Inside.
I don't know. I don't know before COVID because it all got confused.
Yeah, because of 2020 and 2021.
Yeah. So I know they did Hooverphonic and Gustav, and both of those stagings were really good. I thought very chic, very well put together. And that's the past 2 productions of the VRT, the Flemish broadcast.
Yeah, well, that
one
gives
more
me a little bit of hope.
Yeah, one more thing to add on Belgium is just the confidence that Red Sebastian has gained since the national final through the pre-parties. It's been so obvious to see with his vocals and how he interacts. I think that hopefully that confidence just continues to build and build and build, because then we get that absolute pinnacle of his vocals in the semi.
Yeah, no, I 100%. I can see it in his interviews that he's definitely kind of coming out of his shell a little bit more, definitely a little bit more confident than what he was in the national final. Right, let's go on to Azerbaijan, Mama Gama with the song Run With You. So I'm just going to read out the blog post that we have, if I can get it up. There we are. So there is so much joy in this performance. It's giving Daft Punk Nile Rodgers funk pop vibes, okay? But with a nod to Azerbaijan tradition in the sections after the chorus when lead singer Asef plays the sax, which is a traditional long-necked lute. The performance plays out in the middle of the stage inside a lit halo on the floor that's mirrored by a smaller one suspended from the roof. The LED wall adds scores of animated shadow dancers mirroring the moves of Mama Gama's 3 backing dancers, creating a very cool crowd effect that's got us all chair dancing. This is such a summery bop. Okay, so let's just go through the photos. So we've got this one here, which doesn't really give us much. And then we've got Pyro. I mean, it doesn't give us much. They're not really showing us what Heidi's saying in the blog, but I get that. I get why they're kind of maybe not wanting to kind of give everything away. But yeah, I mean, I think this song is criminally underrated. Maybe it's not right for Eurovision, but in my playlist, I'm really loving this. I don't know about your opinions, Chris. What are you thinking about this song?
So I can totally see the Daft Punk influences here. The intro in particular is really, it harks back to Daft Punk. The song is very easy to listen to. It's, and honestly, we've got 3 bands in this semi. From the description, not necessarily from the photos, but from the description and from just the sounds, I would say for me this is the second best out of the 3 bands.
Yeah, no, I'd probably have to agree actually. But like, so Kimmy, what do you think about the staging?
They're not giving much away. But I think it's quite a unique concept, like the halo on the floor and then the halo above. I don't think I've seen anything like that before, so they're definitely bringing something unique to the table. But these photos aren't really saying much, which is kind of frustrating because you kind of just want to get the whole picture. But yeah, I can see pyro, and I do like this the halo effect. That's quite cool. This is a really good song, and like I said, even though it wasn't in our qualifiers, sadly, it would be in my personal qualifiers, but because we had to do our prediction, so I've dropped my phone, sorry. I really like this song, and I don't know if it's going to qualify. I hope it does personally, but
I also have it as a borderline non-qualifier as well.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like everyone's in the same boat with this. I feel like there's a lot of people that love this song, but I don't feel like there's enough people that love it to vote for it. That's the only problem. A lot of people have
I don't know where Azerbaijan's televote comes from anymore. I don't know where they get it, and it's since 2021 basically. I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, no, I honestly, I want this to qualify, but I don't think it will. I mean, we've not even talked about the staging because there's really nothing to talk about. All we've talked about is this halo, but there's nothing else we can see. But
there's a drum.
Yeah, there's a drum. That's it. But yeah, that's it. Let's go on. Let's move on to San Marino. Gabra Ponte, Tutta l'Italia, Tutta l'Italia, whatever you say it. Yeah, I mean, this actually kind of looks quite good, to be fair. It does look pretty banging, if I do say so myself. Let me just read out this here. So Gabri is no stranger to an audience. No, wait, that's the other bit. So wait one sec. Where is it? Where is the bit? There it is. So Gabri is no stranger to an audience of millions and a big stage, and he's 100% owning this one. The focus, as we saw at Una Voce per San Marino, is mainly on Gabri himself in a silver jacket against the backdrop of pulsing lights and graffiti on the LED wall. Gabri's decks are huge and look like they've made from mirrored panels that reflect even more through pulsing lights. But the dancers we saw in the Voce per San Marino are gone, replaced by 2 instrumentalists who play the accordion and the tambourine. Thank God the dancers are gone. That's all I will say. Kimmy, what do you think, firstly, quickly about the song, and what do you think about the staging?
I love this song. It's so fun. It's my pirate shanty of the year. I just love when you go, hey, like that's gonna be so fun in the crowds. My only worry is obviously it's only really focused on him. Is that going to make it really static? Because he's kind of stuck behind the decks. This is what I worry about with this song, is if it's only focused on him and there's these instrumentalists, I just don't know if it's going to be too static on stage. I really hope it qualifies, but again, because it's San Marino, they don't have the best track record of qualification.
Yeah.
I really hope that people pick up the phone and vote for this, because I think it really does deserve to qualify, and I think that it's good fun. So fingers crossed, please.
Yeah. Another thing to mention is you did say that this is an interesting and unusual staging concept for Eurovision, a performance where the masked vocalists are not the main focus. So the vocalists aren't really in the forefront really of this performance. The only other example of this is Norway's Nocturne in 1995, which won the whole entire show. I mean, yet again, these photos aren't giving us much. I do like that he's got the bigger decks and they have got these kind of mirrored. It's basically just a really cool DJ platform, basically, kind of one you see David Guetta play on, and then you've got these some pyro, and I mean, I think there's quite a lot of pyro. Yeah, pyro update, flame jets and fireworks with added smoke jets in the final chorus and a firework finish. The pyro store is now empty. That's what the blog says. So I'm assuming this is full of pyro. What do you think, Chris? First about the song, and do you think the staging will elevate it?
The studio track for me is fine. I thought it was a good interval or whatever it was in San Remo. It was fine. Yeah. Personally, it's not my shanty bop of the season. I have seen it twice in pre-parties. Once it went down well, the other time not so well, because of exactly this staging with Gabri himself in the center behind the decks and jumping about like a DJ jumping about, and the singers off to the sides. There's the added kind of dimension of the accordion and the, what was the other instrument that was in the description? I can't remember, but those two instruments coming in.
Tambourine,
yeah, the tambourine and the accordion.
Yeah.
But if the focus is solely on Gabby, I don't know. To me, I just don't. It's not hitting it for me. It's not one of my personal qualifiers, and currently I also have it as, I think I've predicted it as borderline non-qualifying.
You know, I think I do agree in a sense. I think this is probably going to struggle to qualify. But if we look at San Marino's recent history, say like in the past, actually just look at San Marino's history. I feel like this entry, they've tried. I feel like recently it's just, I mean, last year, yeah, it was, I think the song was lacking a little bit and the staging was a little bit iffy as well. But this, it feels like they've maybe made a little bit more of an effort this year for me. I think this may be the best song they've had in a while. I mean, their best entry is Serhat. We have to get rid of that. We have to get rid of that soon.
I saw Serhat in Amsterdam at the pre-party.
I love him. I really love. And he's so nice. He's amazing, and his song's iconic. But he cannot remain the best San Marino's entry for. Like it just can't. It can't happen. We need to get another San Marino entry in the final and on the left-hand side of the board. That just needs to happen soon. It needs to happen.
I agree with that.
No. Okay.
I just don't think it should be this song, but I agree with the sentiment.
Yeah.
Marino needs to be back in the final.
Next few years, cross our fingers for San Marino. Yeah. But good luck to them. Next up, I'm so excited. Albania, Shkodra Elektronike, Gjern. I mean, I feel like of all the pictures, I feel like this shot. Oh my god, it just looks amazing. So I'm going to read out what the blog says. I'm trying to figure out. So the Lego lights have been lowered, with the ones at the back of the stage at lowest, getting progressively higher towards the front of the stage. It creates a more intimate space for Shkodra Elektronike to perform, like they're underneath a lit staircase. It's hard to explain, but very effective. Very little of the Festivali King staging has made the trip from Albania. It's had a complete revamp. There's still the red and black color scheme that plays out with the geometric shapes on the LED backdrop, the Lego lights, the LED floor, and the frame. The animation really drives the performance and provides a striking contrast to their main performance area, which is a structure of black and white light boxes in the center of the stage, where Cole stands in the middle with his drum. Beatrice uses much more of the space for her unique dance routine and armography, which has stayed much the same, and in the final chorus dances down the walkway for the big finale. Everything I've just said, I'm in love with. I'm absolutely in love with this. What do you I'm so interested here. Chris, what are you feeling about this? Please say you're enthusiastic.
This is my favorite song of the entire competition.
Yeah!
And, I love it. What can I say that can even do it justice? It's just to me, it's perfection. First of all, the staging director is the same as Angelina Mango last year. So we can expect, I think, a lot of animation and moving animations when we see more, hopefully. But Beatrice and her voguing and the way she brings to life the instrumentation part, the instrumental part of the song is amazing. The kind of doomsday drop to the Cola's realism, I love that. And if Beatrice can pull off some of the faces that like close-up camera cuts on her face as she goes from being the dreamer to being brought screaming into reality by Cola, I think it's going to be super effective. And I think camera cuts are going to be really key to maximize Cola's impact while letting Beatrice shine throughout the entire rest of the performance.
Yeah, there was a pyro update as well. Flame jets during are going to be happening during each chorus of on the frame stage, and that's one thing I loved about the national final performance. We definitely need more fire in the performance. I'm so glad that we're getting more pyro. Yeah, literally, germ. Yeah, no, Kimmy, what do you think? Do you think this staging fits the song, and do you think that it helps Albania's chances?
I mean, Albania they'll have no problem qualifying. It's such a unique song, and I love like the Lego, like the blocks and all that. That's really cool. The thing is about this performance is it just looks really effortless. And I've always said I feel like you're kind of falling down, like you're falling into a tunnel with this song. It's like a maze. It wraps round you. It pulsates. Oh man, this song's incredible. Like, and I love that there's some pyro, and I do think that the LED is going to be a big part of this performance. I think there will be like a maze in the background, and this song just is so trippy, but in a good way. You just kind of feel like you're leaving your body. It's like an out of body experience. It's so hard to describe this song, but it's absolutely incredible. And yeah, I'm really excited to see like the LED, especially what they're gonna do with linking the song to the staging. I think it's going to be amazing, and I agree with Chris that the camera cuts are going to make this performance, and we need a lot of close-up kind of facial expressions, the voguing and everything. It's going to look brilliant. I have no doubt this will qualify, and I think it'll absolutely smash the final too.
Yeah, so this is the question I'm going to ask. One more question about Albania. Do you think this will be Albania's best result? So I think Albania got 3rd or 4th in 2012, and I think that's their best. Or is it 6th? I think it might be in 5th. I think that's their best. They've been at that point. Do you think this could equal that, or do you think it could do better? Do you think this can win, Chris?
I mean, in my dream world, yes, it can win. If I'm being Beatrice right now, yes, it can win. And we go to Skoda for the Eurovision 70th anniversary next year.
Yeah, literally.
In reality, so Albania got 5th in 2012. I think points-wise, it can do better. But as for position, I think it's tough. I think it's really tough. I would be delighted if this got a top 10 result. They deserve it so much. And can I also just say it's going to be Cola's birthday in like 2 days, so an advance happy birthday to Cola as well.
Happy birthday. No, I mean, after looking at these pictures, I'm more convinced this is definitely going to be top 10. I do see Jury's going for this stage show, and her vocals as well. I feel like a lot of people are forgetting her vocals are insane, and the way she does it is so difficult to do, and she does it effortlessly. So I'm see if this doesn't get top 10, it will be my biggest robbery of the year. I'm just saying that right now.
I have not heard anybody critical of this at all. I've not heard any criticism, and very positive impressions everywhere. So
yeah, because even if you don't like the song, you can still appreciate that. I think this is one of the things you can definitely appreciate. Yeah, 100%. Okay, I think this is the first point in this live stream that we might disagree, mainly because of you, Kimmy. Yes. Netherlands, Claude, C'est la vie. And I actually want to ask Chris, what do you think about this song? What's your feelings towards this song?
So when I first heard it, I found it very easy to enjoy. I would put it that way. And I think it's got a very simple but catchy and effective melody. I really enjoyed that it didn't take too long to get going, to get quicker, to speed up in tempo. It's not in my personal top 10, but I still think it's a really good song and quality production.
Now, Kimmy, just echo your thoughts again. What do you think of this song?
Oh, you're just trying to get me in trouble, I swear.
Yeah, I know I am. I very much am, yeah.
Yeah, no, this song is, I've always said it, I find this song really, really repetitive, and there's a lot of las, la, 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 la. And then there's one chorus that leads into another chorus, so there's like about 40 las in about 30 seconds. So, but apart from that, I do like how the song builds. Like it doesn't just stay the same from the start. There is a natural build. It does get more urgent as the song goes on, which I like. And I like that it's in French as well. So that has good points to it. I just wish it wasn't so repetitive. I wish something else happened in those last two choruses that just broke it up a little bit. But maybe while on stage, maybe, you know, there'll be some ad libs and stuff. So it's growing on me, to be fair. This song is starting to grow on me a little bit. I just wish it wasn't so repetitive, that's all. And you know, I was yeah, the comments came for me in regards to this song, and I'm really sorry. I just find it a little bit repetitive, but it shows promise, and I do think it'll qualify. And I think I did put it in predictions, even though it's not a personal favourite of mine. I do think it will qualify though. So
Well, the staging, regarding to the staging, so the start of this is a handful of piano notes that makes us hold our breath. Then it builds and builds through the first English verse into the chorus, where the bass line drops and the party starts. Aside from his vocal talent, Claude has a natural connection with the camera that makes this feel like a powerful bit of visual storytelling, and he infuses the whole performance with pure joy from start to finish, with two contemporary dancers who dance around him and in and out of shot, like they've just they're passing through his party, basically. This is one of the first performances we've seen so far that features less of the LED wall, and now we know why. In the final chorus, there's a big explosion of pink and blue flowers that take up every square inch of the wall, the floor, and the frame. So, I mean,
Wait, is that an
sounds
explosion
really good.
on the LED?
Yeah, so so it says here on the LED wall, and
Okay.
on the ground as well.
Oh, all right. So
So
there's
it
not
starts.
actual confetti coming out of somewhere. It's just on the
No,
walls.
no. Wish it was, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these photos, they aren't given as much. It does kind of clearly state that it's very intimate. There's no use of the LED wall. Kind of, I'm sure it's probably going to be a lot of handhelds, Steadicam, and then they've got these three violinists around him. I honestly don't know what this is going to look like. What do you think about the staging, Kimmy?
I think it looks really dark, is what I can
Mhm.
see, and it's kind of given vibes from like Italy last year. I thought that staging was quite dark, and sadly she kind of got lost. I felt in the staging, and I'm kind of getting that as well because his suit's quite dark as well. It's
Yeah.
making it all look really dark, and I'm hoping maybe that's just a wee part of it, and there will be, you know, some nice lights coming into it, like maybe white lights, because it's very dark. Look how
Yeah.
black it is in the background, you know. I just hope there's some colors coming into
But
it.
there's that big pop of color at the end. Maybe that's kind of that wow moment that we need from the
Maybe
song or
that's
from the
why it
staging.
is so dark. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe it's just that contrast.
these photos aren't giving much away at all. And what I'm hoping is because it's building that suspense, and then like she said about these flowers at the end, these flowers must be really bright, and maybe that's why it's toned down,
Yeah.
because of the impact that the colors will have at the end. Because if the staging's very dark and then there's this big explosion of color, you're going to remember that when it comes to the voting. You're going to go, oh yeah, that was when the big blue and pink flowers popped out on stage. So maybe it's for effect. So I'm excited to see what these flowers look like.
What about you, Chris? What do you think about the photos?
So specifically on the photos, I am guessing that these are at the very start of the performance. I've seen it live in the Netherlands with some LED projections at the Amsterdam pre-party. And basically a theme of Claude seems to be something like a rising sun behind him. And so brightening bit by bit as you go through the song. And if it does something like that, but in a muted way, so it lets the end pop still as much as you're saying there that it's the end that's going to pop, then I think it will still be effective, the end, while adding that color that you're talking about, Kimmy, that needs to maybe come in a bit sooner in the actual performance. And I should also clarify that when I said it's not in my top 10, I meant overall in the entire competition. It is in my personal qualifiers for this semi, and I think it's going to have no trouble qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that I definitely think this is qualifying. I mean, I think, Kimmy, you did say that you think that this is going to qualify. We all agree. So that just tells us we think this is going to do quite well with the televote. I think as well. But I also agree that this is going to be the juries are going to like this as well. I think the juries are going to love this. So I think this could get a really good score in the final. I do. Could get top 10.
Sorry, Dean. I think that this is really smashing it in the betting odds as well.
Yeah.
Because it does have appeal on both sides, televote and jury. And when you look at the betting odds, I mean, we have to admit most of the time they're usually right. And I believe this is right up at like 4th, 5th last time I checked. So
yeah,
it's really high up the betting odds, and there must be a reason for it. So I think it's going to do really well.
Yeah, I'm hopeful.
I think that one of the key things here is the simple but effective production that's going to appeal to the juries. The crisp vocals. Claude has been really, really good at every live performance that he's done, whether it's on camera, where you see him on camera, which is, important for Eurovision, or live in the pre-party. He was excellent. And the song, I get what you're saying, Kimmy, about the repetitiveness of the say la 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 vie. I can't sing. But the message is more, tailored to, I think, him as a youngster and his growing up story and his own background. And I think that is also pretty going to be relatable for people, especially people that speak English and French. I find this as a language, as a song that transitions between two languages. There are a number of them in this Eurovision.
Yeah.
This does it the best.
Yeah, no, actually, I agree with you on that point. Did you see the performance that he done on the? It was the Dutch talk show Eva, I think it was called. That's the best live performance I've seen of this, including I know in the pre-parties he's done really well, but that performance is amazing.
Was that the recent performance, or was that a while ago?
It was like a month ago, I think, maybe.
Okay, this is why my reaction to the Netherlands is blocked in the Netherlands, because I reacted to that.
Damn you. It's amazing.
But it was really good. It was really good. Was it when he went out into the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Very good. Okay, so let's go on to next is Croatia. Marko Bosniak with the song Poison Cake. Now, before I say anything, okay, I do quite like this song, actually. I feel like it is being, I'm not going to say underrated, but it's maybe being a little bit underappreciated. It's not that bad. I feel like people are being quite harsh. But I'm just going to read out the blog post. So the Lego lights are in full effect here, crisscrossing each other to create a more intimate stage space that has the added bonus of providing dramatic lighting, backed by red and green storm clouds and flames. Costume-wise, Marco's black outfit with the pointy shoulders has been replaced with something completely unexpected, a full-length cape with fur around the shoulders that's giving evil Tudor prince. In the middle of the stage is a grey cauldron where Marco and his 4 dancers cast their spells for the first verse and chorus. Sorry, the dancers all wear matching blue and white outfits with frills and ribbons, and for the second half they head to the frame stage, and at the end Marco sheds his cape to reveal a matching blue and white shirt. So staging seems interesting. They've got more of an idea than what they had at Dora, thank God. But this, it seems like they've got an idea, and it actually looks pretty good. I do like the color scheme that we've got going on. Love the costume change. Not really seeing it very much up close, but I think it looks decent. What do you think, Chris? What do you think about the song first?
So I'm going to use this opportunity to plug Croatia and a vote for Croatia in this semi, because I think this deserves to be in the final. and I think it is being written off. But I look back at last year pre-rehearsals, and a song that's kind of disjointed is often very polarizing.
Yeah.
Doomsday Blue was like that last year. It was quite low in the odds. It was quite low in qualification chances, not as low as Croatia this year. And I get why, because this is perhaps a little bit more disjointed than Doomsday Blue was. Yet Marco's vocals live are out of this world. He will give it everything. I am loving what I see in these pictures, and I really think that this whole story from Dora onwards, Marco needs his redemption arc complete, and that Croatia needs to go to the final.
We found one that thinks it's going to qualify. Yeah.
I didn't say I think. I said it
hope.
should. So people should vote for it.
Honestly, I will see if this performance. If I expect from what I'm seeing, if I think it's going to be I know it's going to be. It looks good. I probably would vote for this. Kimmy, what do you think?
So I was getting the kind of Game of Thrones vibes, which sadly, because of Poland, there's going to be a little mini contest, and we still don't know. We've still got more staging to come, and I think Poland does it better. But I am getting kind of Snow White vibes, like the apple, because of the green. The green is it's saying poison cake. I'm very sad he's not making a cake, though. We spoke about this.
Yeah.
Again, Snow White kind of vibes is what I'm getting. I didn't know what was it a skull he was holding in the first photo? It looked like he was holding a skull, but I couldn't tell exactly.
No, I think that's a part of his outfit.
Oh, is it?
It does look like he's holding something though, but it's a part of his outfit. I think it's like his jumper.
Oh, I thought it was holding like a skull or something, which I thought would be quite cool if he was holding a skull.
Just holding a skull.
Yeah,
I think that's the Tudor prince.
Yeah, I'm sad he's not actually making a cake, because there could have been a really cool, edgy way for him to make a cake on stage. Fake ingredients, obviously, but that's what I said. You could have linked the LED to like the ingredients and everything. But I think that they've missed an opportunity. Like, it's a shame, because it's such a poison cake. Like, I don't know. It could have been more like making a poison cake. But I do like what I'm seeing, but I think it's been a missed opportunity. This song still feels very disjointed to me. I've tried to let it grow on me, and I'm just not getting that yet. I mean, it's the colours are cool, green and pink. I don't know. I think this is really going to be a hit or miss with most people, and it just depends. I think the song is so disjointed that I find it hard to follow. And I especially don't really like the yum yum tasty. I don't like that. I think that's very childlike. And I think that this song is a bit like Doomsday Blue, where it's got like a childlike part. Like, made you something that you like it, yum yum tasty. Like the whole immature childlike part of it, and then it's the juxtaposition, and then it's take a bite of my poison cake. Like, it's kind of like, whoa, it's a bit too much for me. This song is too disjointed, and I find it hard to follow. So I'm really sorry, Marco.
I can get that, but at the same time, I just love the psychotic edge to it. I think it's amazing.
Literally, it does prove that I think us three, we all have different opinions. I am kind of middling with this. It seems like, Chris, you really do quite like this, and Kimmy, it's just flat out no. I think there is people out there that will be like you, Chris, and will really like it. I do think there will be people out there, and will there be enough for it to get through? I think so. I think this could make it. If we were going to get like a shock, not a shock, not like a Latvia last year shock, because I don't think this would be a Latvia last year shock. I feel like people are.
It's at 17% in the odds to qualify in semi-final one. It's really written off completely right now. So it would be Latvia level like shock.
To be fair, yeah, it would be. But in my mind, it wouldn't be. I think in my mind it wouldn't be, because I really wanted to qualify. No, I was nowhere near expecting Latvia to qualify last year. I want this to qualify so much. But okay, let's go through to our last country, which is Cyprus.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
I have a lot to say.
Theo Evan with is it hush or shh? I don't even know what to say because they say it's hush. Shh. Shh. Shh.
It's the very last line of the song. Very last word.
Yeah,
sorry. Of the song.
Very last. Basically, Theo and the delegation gave a description of the staging to Heidi. That's what it said. So 2 scaffolding towers are placed on stage, and the performance opens with Theo and the 2 dancers forming the shape of a mysterious figure referenced in the lyrics, a silhouette that will be immediately recognizable. Okay. As the performance unfolds, the towers shift positions to create different formations. Theo and his 4 dancers incorporate them seamlessly into the choreography. Stunning visuals and dynamic lighting enhance each movement, adding depth and intensity to the staging. So, Chris, you said you've got something to say. What have you got to say?
Let me preface this by saying that in my top 10 video pre the final top 20 out of 37, Cyprus has an honorable mention for me. It was near the top because I actually really like the studio track. I like the music video. I was super intrigued by the lyrics. I think that the photos are super slick. I'm really interested to see how the camera cuts are going to be and how it's going to be performed. But I have a fundamental issue now with this song. And that fundamental issue is Theo Evan, if you can bring it up, Dean, on Instagram, Theo posted what the image is and who the figure is.
Wait 1 sec. So it's actually on Theo's. So here it is.
On Theo's Instagram. And I have a fundamental problem with who the image is because it has zero relationship with the lyrics. It's the one, that one.
It's on the story.
The second picture of that one.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. What is it?
It's the Vitruvian Man, which is a Leonardo da Vinci painting or drawing about the perfect male body and proportions.
So that's the mysterious figure?
Yes, which makes zero sense. Zero sense. Where are the golden locks and the eyes so captivating? Where is the despair and it makes no sense to me at all.
I never would have gotten that. I actually looked at this photo and just thought, and I just skipped past it. I didn't think anything of it.
I can't with this song now. With this, if he is messing us around, then okay, I can give it another shot. But if this is the actual thing, this makes no sense at all. No sense.
It has no coloration with the song. Like it has no tie. Like
no.
What?
I'm wondering, speculation, but because Adonis arrived in for the Czech Republic as actual contestant, was it Adonis and they had to somehow come up with something else? But they should have gone for Narcissus. They should have gone for Apollo. Why an Italian painting from the 16th century and not some Greek goddess? Sorry, my rant is over.
I mean, to be fair, put that aside, the scaffolding, I thought the scaffolding thing would be bigger. I thought, because I saw someone kind of leaking photos of it, and it was massive, and it turns out it was completely fake. It was not real whatsoever. That's Twitter for you. That's Twitter for you. I did expect this to be slightly bigger. It's going to be moving, so I'm assuming the dancers or maybe stagehands are going to come in and move it. It does seem like this is going to be such an energetic performance. He's going to be moving constantly while singing, which I'm kind of worried about. What is it?
He's not going to touch the ground.
Yeah,
the entire performance.
And I've read that. I mean, it's going to be difficult to perform live, but I did see a video of him running on the treadmill. I don't know if you saw it, and he was singing whilst running on the treadmill, quite fast, and he was ducking down and kind of moving quite vigorously on this treadmill, and he sounded good. He sounded really good. He didn't miss a note. So, I mean, Kimmy, what do you think? Do you think the staging looks good? Do you think this helps its chances?
I absolutely love this song. This is my grower of the year. I just thought, first time I listened to it, it's quite good. And now I can't get it out of my head. It is in my head every single day. There's so much mystery around this performance. This is the one artist that I am really excited to see what he's going to bring. And yeah, we're seeing this, but he keeps saying, oh, it's a secret. Like, is he going to bring, what I heard is he's going to bring in, he's going to bring in something really incredible and like earth shattering was what I was told. And it's because it's a secret. Who's he going to bring in? Is it going to be a special like guest or something? So of course your mind automatically races and you go, what is this big mystery? I did see a photo, now this could be fake as well, of the Mona Lisa, and I was like, people were like, oh gosh, we hope this is like fake. I don't know if it is, but there was talk of the Mona Lisa backdrop LED, and the Mona Lisa doesn't look right. It just looks odd. I don't know if this is real or not.
But there are the eyes.
Can clarify that. It looks really cool though, like with the scaffolding and everything. I think this is going to be a really daring performance, and I think there's quite a bit of risk involved. Let's hope to God he doesn't fall off it, Jesus. But I am so excited to see this. If anything, it elevates it for me, and I just can't wait to see this. This song is shot right up to like maybe my 4th or 5th of the whole year.
Wow, what?
Yeah, honestly, that is how much it's grown on me. This song is fantastic. And now I'm seeing it, the Vitruvian Man. I think this is going to be really cool on stage. I can't wait. I can't wait to see this. This is the one performance I really can't wait to see.
You bring up a really good point. I just want to swipe over to this photo. Look where see if the one wrong move.
I know.
And he's done. It's kind of, remember how Nemo with the spinning platform, one wrong move, he was like they would be over.
Yeah,
this is worse.
Oh, it's so daring. Oh my days. I am so excited to see this. And you're totally right. One wrong move. Like I can't see a harness on him. No. If he falls.
I think he does have safety harnesses, at least in the pictures before he went on stage. there is a
really cool. Like, and I do have to wonder, why did they save it to the end? Because it's going to be something like incredible. I cannot wait to see this.
That's a good point. That is closing the semi-final. Obviously, they want to close with something that's going to exciting, kind of like it looks good. I can see why they've chose to close.
And there's risk involved, and you know, I think it's going to be a performance where you're really on the edge of your seat. Like Nemo last year, you were so scared that they were going to fall. You're like, oh, like when they leaned back and they done the whole Matrix pose, and oh gosh, but there was this risk involved, and that made it so much more exciting. And I'm getting these vibes. I'm getting these vibes from Cyprus. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see this, and I love that there's this little bit of risk as well.
Tell us how you really feel. Just tell us how you really feel. God's sake.
I know. Right, I can't wait to see it.
This is now just plummeted out of my top 20 now after that Vitruvian Man. It's gone now for me. That is, if that is it. If they do something new, or that's like a joke or something or whatever, then it can come back. It can come back into my top 10.
It'll be welcome back.
With this, no, it's out.
I do get. I don't get. I really don't get it. I do. If we take that out of the equation, I do like the staging. I think it is a risk, and I always say that I think risks should be rewarded at Eurovision. So I do think it should be in the final.
I agree.
Definitely. I think if he pulls it off, this could be top 10, depending on how risky this staging is. It looks incredible to me. I just hope it doesn't flop. Please don't flop. Like the staging looks. Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't until I see it, and I can't support this going to the final right now. I just can't. As good as the staging could potentially be, you can't depart so far away from the meaning of the song and the lyrics that you have drafted and written specifically, and you had an idea in mind. You had a music video. What has this got to do with that? That's my fundamental issue. So unless that's cleared up and it's fixed somehow, then I can't support it qualifying. I would put 3 countries ahead of it.
I'm the same with
that. Here.
I don't understand, you know, why the Vitruvian Man. I don't understand that either. I'm just taking it from like what I can see from the staging, and the fact that there's risk, and then we heard that he's not going to touch the ground at all. That's really fascinating to me. So, but I know what you're saying as well. Like, there was this big mystery who this person is, and if it is what, you know, what we've seen, it's like a bit of the buzz is gone. And maybe he's trolling us. Maybe he's got something up his sleeve.
And if so, then good on him, and it deserves to go through. And if it has a proper meaning, then yes. But
we can only hope
right now.
We can only hope. So we've talked through all 8 of yesterday's rehearsals. We've seen all the photos. We've discussed. I feel like we've vented. I feel like we've had like a therapy session through Eurovision. It feels like we've had
a long therapy session.
I definitely have with Cyprus.
So I have one last question to end the stream on. Who was your big winner of these 8, and who was the one you're kind of worried about? We'll go with you, Kimmy. Who was your winner?
Oh, geez, give me no time. I mean, you've heard how enthusiastic I am about Cyprus. It is the most daring staging I've seen so far. Obviously, Poland, Gaia. Oh, wow. I can't wait to see that as well. The flying and everything. That's going to be really cool. So I love Cyprus. The problem is not many countries are giving much away. And I think Belgium's quite cool with the paint in the background. I hope they really run with that. Who I'm worried about? I mean, San Marino, I'm worried about now because it's sounding like it's going to be really static. And when you compare that to like the ones I've just mentioned, I do worry about San Marino. Like, is it just going to be him with his decks? You know, there needs to be more than that. So I'm worried about San Marino. In the Netherlands, it looked really, really dark. And I just hope that's because there's something bigger coming at the end with the flowers. I'm excited to see these flowers.
Loving flowers.
Yeah. But overall, it's a good bunch. Croatia, I've always been worried about Croatia, and I don't think that the staging is bringing that much to the song. So, yeah. I also wanted to say, is there any questions? Can we do some questions?
If anyone's got any questions, send them in.
Yes, because we love
Chris,
questions.
Chris, who's your winner? Who is your your loser of the day?
Okay, so
don't say loser, Dean.
I know I shouldn't say that. Who's the one you're worried about?
No. Okay. I think for me, Albania and not Cyprus. Albania and Croatia were my big winners.
Take back everything I've just said.
I really like the change in the Croatian approach. I think the delegation has done something super special here, and I'm really excited to see it live. And Albania is just enticing me to see it go to the final and what it's going to do in that final. Worried San Marino. I think that's going to struggle. I think Azerbaijan may still struggle. But those would be the two that I worry about based on comparing pre-impressions and odds before these pictures came out to now.
Yeah, no, I'm going to echo what you've said there. My winner, I think you can tell by my reaction before, definitely Albania. I mean, I'm floored. I absolutely love it. And my one that I'm worried about is probably Azerbaijan. I definitely say I'm worried about Azerbaijan qualifying chances.
See, I forgot Azerbaijan was there. That's how much it's
exactly
flown into the background for me, looking through the flags, and it didn't even stand out because I don't know much about that staging at all. I think there was a halo or something, and that's about it. Maybe that's because they're holding back something exciting. Fingers crossed.
I feel like there's only room for one band, and that band's Ukraine in the final out of this semi.
Yeah, no, I do agree. They've got kind of a similar vibe as well. I love Ukraine's song. When are they rehearsing?
Me too.
What half of the end?
They were the first day.
So they were. The outfits, Ukraine outfits.
Portugal, and Azerbaijan.
Yeah, I completely forgot yesterday. Can I just? I know this is the second half of first semi-final. What did you think about Ukrainian outfits? Just very quickly, Chris.
Loved. I love them. I just love Cyferblatt. Like, I really love them and the song, and it's in my top 5. And go Ukraine! I love it.
I'm planning on listening to their new album tonight, so I'm very excited. Kimmy, what about you? The outfits for Ukraine? I know you have very particular ideas, like opinions about outfits. So please let me know.
No, this is a total glow up for them, because I
Yeah.
remember they were in FY.R last year and they done a song, and I remember they were in suits, I think, and it was dark colours, and it was very there wasn't much going on there, and then you see the transformation, and it is, I mean, the bright pink kind of pantsuit. Oh my days, I love the design down the side, like down the side of the leg. Oh, it's really nice, and they really like match well. They look like a nice tight knit group now, and it's what a glow up from FY.R last year. Definitely, yeah, I like them. So well done.
Love Ukraine, love Cyferblatt. Well, that is it. We've went through all 8 of our last half of the first semi-final. You can't word that correctly in any way. But yeah, that's it. So we've done our winners, I don't want to say losers, the ones we've not worried about, but we've talked with, as I say, we've had a kind of Eurovision therapy session. I mean, we all will be in Basel this time next week. This time next week, we'll be watching the first semi-final, or just came out of the first semi-final.
Yeah, it'll be the family. It'll be the jury show at the first semi this time next week. Or almost.
That's mad. I can't believe how quickly it's came round. Does anyone have any questions before we go? I saw some people earlier popping into the chat.
If anyone has any questions, stick them in the chat. But we are now 1 hour and 2 minutes into the stream, so I think we will have to pop off.
Yeah.
we've sat and talked for an hour. Yeah.
Doing it again tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be doing it. We're going to do live streams every single day up until we get to Basel, which is so soon. But thank you so much, Chris, for joining us for that little chat. Thanks so much
for having me. Really enjoyed the chat. See you very soon in Basel.
Yeah, I know. Literally 3 days, 4 days. But yeah, thanks so much for everyone that joined. Thank you. We're heading off. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.